Good afternoon. First of all, I would like to thank Professor Julio Montana taking leadership to organize this very important pre-conference workshop. I will share with you progress and challenge China faced towards 390s. In terms of reported case or by prevalence, the epidemic in China is diverse. It's not one epidemic, it's many different epidemics. If we look at different group, the epidemic in drug users, in men have sex with men, in female sex workers, STD attendant, and pregnant women, they present different trends. The epidemic among drug users continue to decline since we scale up harm reduction in 2005. Unfortunately, the epidemic among men have sex with men, even we worked very hard to expand test and treat, the epidemic continued to increase. The good news, the epidemic among female sex workers remain consistently low, and also among STD attendant. So I select two groups, injecting drug users and men have sex with men in the past 5 years. That in the absolute number, you look at the number of cases reported among injecting drug users, they continue to decline. However, among men who have sex with men, it's continuing to increase. The homosexual transmission also alarmingly increased among college students. If you look at the red bar, so the annual increase rate almost about 30% compared with past year. This is the age and gender distribution in last year, newly reported cases. If you look at the trends, the younger group, particularly between 20 to 35, it's reported the highest proportion. And also, you may notice that, I'm not sure if that's China unique or is the same as in other countries, for senior male aged above 65, account for high proportion. They have two theories. One interpret. Once men become senior, they become bad. Another theory, bad man become senior. How to interpret? How to interpret? We need scientific data to answer that two theories. In the past 3 years, we have a scientific research project, do household survey each year one by one. The result is surprising. For men aged over 60, the risk of HIV infection, that's based on the incidence, compare with men about 40 years old, it's 9 to 11 times higher. Since 2004, we made innovation in the testing. That testing momentum continued to increase. Last year, we have performed 144 million HIV tests. That's more than many, many countries' population size. That's about one third of global total tests. And also, we try our best to scaling up ART. Just last year alone, we newly enrolled 108,000 cases for ART. In terms of 390s, we did relatively good progress in the past 10 years. In terms of diagnosis, we increased from 20%, 21% to 68% last year. For ART coverage, we increased from less than 10% to last year, 67%. For the viral suppression, last year we already achieved 90%. But we still have a challenge. If we look at a different group, former plasma donors have over 90% ART coverage. Sorry, that's a mistake. The last one is injecting drug users are labeled wrong. So for the drug users, the ART coverage is only about 50%. That's almost 20% below the average. And in terms of viral suppression, drug users and mother-to-child transmission, these two groups are far below the average. The good news, we have a new supportive policy. Just last month, the National Health Family Planning Commission announced the new policy, treat all. We ignore CD4 and we remove CD4 from ART eligibility criteria that removed the barrier for 90% treatment. We also adopt 390s as national strategy. Thank you for your attention.